Okay. Good, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today, this beautiful rainy morning. I am Kanhaiya Jha, and I manage digital marketing at International College of Financial Planning. Just to give you a glimpse of who we are and what ICFP is, in 2002, International College of Financial Planning was established by Bajaj Capital Limited to offer super specialized education in finance, financial planning, and financial analysis. ISOF is pioneer in financial planning education and the first institute who got the CFP education in India. In last 20 years, ISOP has received several awards and accolades. ISOP has been the best education brand 2017 by Economic Times, Outstanding Business School 2011 awards by Star News, India's leading business school 2010 by Dun and Bradstreet, Best Finance College 2009 by Business Sphere magazine, second best finance course in the country by India Today, India's Best Finance College 2019 by ET Now. Apart from this, we have about 12,000 strong alumni network, 35 plus certified and well qualified faculty members, 59 years of legacy from Bajaj Capital, highest passing rate in CFP examination, and so on. Coming back to our today's talk, we are going to talk today on certified financial planner, the CA of personal finance and investment management. Let me thank and welcome Rajesh sir for choosing this topic and decoding the career opportunities within the financial planning and wealth management industry. Rajesh sir is the director and CEO of ICFP. He is an associate chartered accountant from ACCA London, certified financial planner from FBSB Board USA, an alumnus of Prestigious Institute MDI Gurgaon, a seasoned finance professional with 20 plus years of industry experience. He has worked with biggest financial companies like ICICI, SDFC, IFCI. He has been a successful fintech entrepreneur as well. Thank you, Rajesh sir. Now the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Kanhaiya, for this lovely introduction and setting up the context. Once again, you need to confirm, Kanhaiya, I am audible because I was struggling with internet in the morning. So please confirm me again if I'm
Yes,
talking.
sir, you are loud and clear.
Perfect. So, friends, to start with, a very warm welcome, a very good morning to all of you. I'm happy that we already have 90 attendees here, and as we proceed, we will have more than 100 odd attendees here hearing this talk. So let me begin by first telling you a couple of housekeeping rules that we have set for the day. So guys, all of you are on mute, for the reason being so that when I speak, the voice reaches with you absolute clarity. But if you have questions, you can write in the chat and my team will take up those questions. That's one. Second, at the end of the talk, you will be allowed to unmute yourself when you go and raise hands using your Zoom panel. So with those two housekeeping rules, we have tried to kind of keep the talk very sanitized and clear for you. So that's all. So as Kanhaiya mentioned, I'm a chartered accountant, a CFP, and an MBA finance, and have been in the industry for more than 2 decades now. The best part is have been in the industry as a corporate professional, somebody practicing finance, then have been in the industry as an entrepreneur, somebody innovating with finance, a fintech entrepreneur, and then now as an educator, meaning to say somebody teaching finance, somebody bringing finance to the people. So have wore multiple hats, have had the exposure from different backgrounds. So I'll try to bring in all of that today. As Kanhaiya mentioned, and as all the invites that went to you, when you see the invite, it says CFP, the CA of personal finance. So guys, let me first kind of elaborate a bit on the title, on the topic. So when we say the CA of personal finance, we are not trying to draw any comparisons. That's the first thing. We are not trying to draw any comparisons. And being a speaker, when I carry both the qualifications, both are very close to my heart, both are very prestigious, and I love using both. So I will never like to draw a comparison, but what is written there, the CA of personal finance is more of a metaphor. Okay, it's a metaphor, it's an analogy given to you to help you understand. So in the talk today, what we are going to do is, because generally all of you, many of you would be CA students, CA pursuing students, many of you would be finance professionals, many of you would be independent financial advisors, some of you would be MBA students. But one thing what we understand is CA is one program or one certification which probably all of you know very well, or at least have heard of it multiple times. Yeah. So in the talk today, what are we going to do is we are going to look at CFP from the lens of CA. We will be looking at CFP from the lens of CA, meaning to say, we will try to see what are the similarities and differences from CA vis-a-vis CFP, and why CFP is an option that is always there before you, if not CA. Put a hand on your heart, and many of us would agree. I mean, you don't answer me, but you can answer it yourself, that if you were a commerce student, a BCom, MCom students, or let's say, okay, so keep writing in the chat, I'll take up everything. Okay, so if you were commerce students at some point of time, or you were a finance student, MBA finance or somebody, or even if you are now, let's say, an IFA, a mutual fund distributor, an insurance advisor, an independent financial advisor, there is nothing which stops you to pursue CA. When you know CA is a very prestigious program, there is absolutely nothing which stops you doing that, because there is no upper age limit. Even at the age of 90, you can go and do it, right? So there is no upper age limit. Then, and you know CA is a very prestigious program. There is no regulation stopping you, right? And you know that it can bring in a lot of exposure to you. You know it can bring in a lot of prestige to you, but still you do not take that plunge. The reasons, as I mentioned, don't answer me. Put a hand on your heart. Answers, you will hear it yourself. Okay. It may be very challenging. It may be very difficult. It may be time taking. It may be very costly. It may have the fear of failure, a lot of other reasons. Yeah. So we will try to take you out of all those fears, and we will try to give you an alternate, which is far simpler, which is as attractive as a chartered accountancy program. Okay. So with that, let me begin. Kanaya, you can see my slides.
Yes, sir. Your slide is visible, quite visible.
Okay, one second. Properly visible, Kanaya, right?
Yes, sir. It's visible, quite visible.
Okay. So guys, as I mentioned, I'll try to give you the view of CFP. That's what my effort would be, to give you the view of CFP from the lens of CA. How does CFP look like when you compare it, when you kind of try to match it with a CA program? Okay. So let's have a quick information gathering. As I mentioned, it's not a comparison. I'll not try to do a comparison. You should also not try to do a comparison. You should try to draw relevance. Okay. So let's start with it. The first thing, CA Chartered Accountant, it's a chartered accountancy program. So the focus here is on accountancy. Okay. What it is making you is accountant, somebody who is specialized in accounting. Whereas CFP certified financial planner. So the focus here is on financial planning. personal finance. The focus here is more of building financial plan, investment plans, investment goals for a person, building my portfolios, building my financial plan, and drawing my financial goals. That's what the focus here is going to be. So two distinct things, very distinct objectives. So CA, it's offered by the ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, a certifying body which is valid for India only. So let me emphasize, it's valid for India only. So as Kanhaiya also mentioned during the brief intro that he made, so I'm a chartered accountant from UK. I did my CA from London. That doesn't mean I can practice here in India. Okay, the corporate world may welcome me. I can go and work in the corporate world as an accountant, as a chartered accountant, but I cannot do an independent practice because that's what the legislation says. Because CA is not an international program. It's a program which is regulated by the statutory bodies of different states, different countries. Now, CFP on the other hand is a program which is offered by Financial Planning Standards Board USA. It's an international body. So when I say international body, I essentially mean it's a program which is valid everywhere. Same program valid everywhere. A CFP here in India can go and practice in Australia, go and practice in Canada, go and practice in USA. In what all countries he can go and practice? Sorry. He can go and practice in 27 countries across the world. And these 27 countries include USA, UK, Australia, Canada, Singapore, China, South Africa, New Zealand, all these biggies, Singapore. CA, as you know, is a license to practice, which means as a chartered accountant, you can do your own practice. Let me emphasize and differentiate this from any other certification. MBA is your degree. MBA is not a license to practice. So like doctor is a license to practice. If I become a doctor, I can practice on my own. I can open my clinic and I can practice. As an MBA, what I do, there is no license to practice. CA is a license to practice. You can do your own practice. Similarly, CFP is also a license to practice. You can set up your own financial planning firm. You can do an independent practice. You can work in the corporate world. You can work in banking and financial services industry. Whatever you want to do, you can do your own practice as well as work in the corporate world. Most importantly, CA is a designation. MBA finance is not a designation. BBA is not a designation. Can I write BBA Rajesh Kumar Singh or MBA Rajesh Kumar Singh? Even if to satisfy my ego, if I write, probably the world will start laughing at me because MBA is not a designation. You cannot add it prefix or suffix with your name. Whereas CA is a designation. You can write CA Rajesh Kumar Singh or Rajesh Kumar Singh CA. It's a designation. And what these designations typically do is they become a part of your persona, your personality, your name. So essentially bring in a lot of credibility for you, right? Just look at, the moment you know somebody is a chartered accountant, with his name, the moment you see the word coming in CA, you start respecting that person a little more. And the reason being because with this designation, you understand that here's the person who has gone through certain rigor, who has gone through certain standard set of examination, learning, and is qualified enough to talk to, qualified enough to be dealing with. Yeah. Similarly, CFP is also a designation. You add it with your name, CFP Rajesh Kumar Singh or Rajesh Kumar Singh CFP. So it's again in the very similar fashion. It's a designation added to your name. It's a mark of credibility for you, saying that here is a person who is a qualified personal finance expert, who is qualified in financial planning, wealth management, portfolio management. Okay. This I have mentioned already. CA is an India certification valid within the country. CFP is a global certification valid across 27 countries, and I named the countries as well. If you look at the size, the number, the quantum, approximately 3 lakhs CAs are there in India, and thousands odd coming every year as well. So approximately 3 lakh CAs in India right now. CFP, since it's a global program, so I'm giving you a global number, more than 2 lakhs CFPs in the world today. So one thing also important is to be seen, CA is quite an old program. CFP, the program, the Certified Financial Planner program, or for that matter, even financial planning started very late. No, only when people started having surplus money, they woke up to realize that they need to prepare financial plan, they need to manage their wealth. Okay, so it was only after the Second World War and the Industrial Revolution coming in when people started having surplus money and the concept of financial planning and wealth management evolved. And then the Certified Financial Planner certification started somewhere in the mid 70s first as the financial planner certification, then went on to evolve and become the FPSB body later on. So it's a very late formation, approximately 35, 40 years old, whereas CA, if you look at it, in India, it was brought way back in somewhere in 1917, 1918, I believe, by the Britishers. So long back. Okay, so let's understand the program format as well, what the program structure for CA is vis-a-vis program structure for CFP. And as I mentioned earlier as well, I am not trying to do a comparison. I am trying to look at CFP from the lens of CA. Okay, I am writing both these together because it will be easier for you to understand, because you have heard of CA many times, multiple times. CFP may be pretty new to you. So if I explain you CFP by giving example of CA, it becomes easier for you to understand. Okay, so in Chartered Accountancy program, there are two routes to enter: foundation and direct entry. Foundation is what? At standard 10th, you pass standard 10th, you go and register with the BOS, Board of Studies. Direct entry is you are a graduate and then you go and register. So if you go and register after your graduation, you are exempted from foundation. You directly go and do inter and final. Whereas CFP is one uniform entry route for all. No differentiation. Even if I'm a chartered accountant and I go to do CFP, no differentiation, no exemption. I have to study the whole program. I have to give the whole examination and get the certification. No exemption for anybody. Everybody is equal and same. Okay, so uniformity is the key here. Yeah, you might feel bad that I should get exemption, but there is no exemption as such. As I mentioned, you can enroll in foundation after 10th. Here for CFP, the minimum qualification you need to have is 12th, and 18 years of age is the minimum one. On the maximum side, there is no upper cap. At any age, you can go and do your CFP. If you take the direct entry path, graduation with 55% minimum. Here for CFP, there is no waiver, no for anybody. You have to have minimum 12th pass to register. Looking at the program, I'll go and dissect this further as well on the next slides. But just to summarize, the program is in 3 parts: foundation, inter, final. 3 parts. Cumulatively, if you put together 20 papers, 20 exams, 100 marks each. Okay, I'm not trying to do any fact thing. I mean, a factual check and all that, because the curriculum keeps changing every now and then. So you might find 1 or 2 points disconnect here and there. But I'm just trying to give you a very broader view. So 3 parts, 20 papers, 20 exams, 100 marks each. Foundation, couple of subjects have subjective and objective both. Otherwise, intermediate and final have all subjective questions only. Whereas CFP is a 4-level. Now, let me tell you the difference between parts and levels. Why deliberately these words are written like this. When I say CA, I say 3 parts. When I say CFP, I say 4 levels. So where is the difference? So when I say part, okay, so let's say here's the mobile. Out of this mobile, if I remove the battery from one side, lens from one side, and then the balance structure as a one, then there will be 3 parts because they cannot function standalone. So they are 3 parts. Okay. So similarly, CA, when I call 3 parts, I essentially mean the independent part. Saying CA foundation, you can call yourself CA foundation for the lifelong, but in itself does not have a certification, does not have a value for you. Okay, it's not that you have qualified CA foundation and you have a certificate of being a CA. No. Okay, so CA foundation, CA inter are parts. Unless and until you complete the whole program, it's not complete. Whereas CFP has 4 levels. Levels meaning at any level you can say that okay, every level that you complete, you get one certificate from FPSB USA board. And if you feel that okay, after completion of my level 1, so like level 1 of CFP is called investment planning specialist. You get your certificate investment planning specialist from FPSB USA. Now, at that point of time, if you feel that no, I don't want to pursue it further, I am happy being called in an investment planning specialist and with my global certification from FPSB USA. Fair enough. You can leave the program there itself as well. Okay, so it's a level because it is giving you an exit at every level and a certification at every level. So that's the difference. So net 10 modules, 10 subjects to study, 4 exams. So here the exams are not subject wise, exams are level wise. Here the exams are subject wise. Okay, 20 modules, 20 exams. Here 4 exams for 10 modules. So exams are level wise. And then you have a study, you have case studies to do, you have projects to do, and the exams are all MCQs. I will talk about this in further detail as well. So I mentioned all this, so I'm skipping it quickly. 3 parts: foundation, intermediate, final. CFP has 4 levels, which is level 1 is called investment planning specialist, because the curriculum teaches you the investment planning piece in detail. Level 2 is called retirement and tax planning specialist, because the level 2 curriculum teaches you retirement and financial planning and tax planning. Level 3 is risk and estate planning. Here you study primarily about risk management and estate planning, the succession planning piece. So level 3 is REPS, risk and estate planning specialist. And then you have CFP final. So it's 4 level program. As I mentioned, chartered accountancy means one single certification, one single license at the end of the program. You complete your whole CA, you get your license, your certification. CFP is a 4 level program. At every level, you get one certification, meaning to say in the full program, by the time you complete your entire CFP, you have 4 international certifications from FPSB USA. Okay, so that's the distinction here. Difficulty level. Now, CA difficulty level is something which is not hidden. Everybody knows. That's probably one of the reasons why, despite knowing the program very well, despite hearing it multiple times a day, despite seeing a lot of our schoolmates, batchmates, counterparts, friends, office mates, colleagues, everybody attempting to be CA, if we have not taken that plunge, that's one of the reasons. Or if we have taken that plunge, if we are studying for it, we know there is nobody else who knows the CA exam difficulty level better than us. So it's a pretty difficult program. It requires a lot of time, effort, and energy for you to study, a lot of commitment and focus. On the contrary, CFP difficulty level, if I have to compare with CA, it's less than half, though for a cosmetic reason, I have kept it 2.5. But if I ask you my opinion, I would say if CA difficulty level is 5, CFP difficulty level would be 2. Okay, so 60% less difficult than CA for sure. Okay, so that's the primary difference in the difficulty level. And the difficulty level being less doesn't mean that the program is very easy. It's just that the program is focused on one single stream. So you do not need to study lot many other subjects, whereas chartered accountancy program is far more comprehensive. So you have to study lot many other subjects too. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why CFP is less difficult. The CA curriculum, I will talk about the curriculum as well in the next slides. It primarily focuses on accounting, audit, taxation, corporate finance. This is what you study. Other than, yes, of course, you study business law, company law, all of that as well. So, but the primary focus is on accounting, audit. The idea is to make you an accountant, make you an auditor, make you somebody who understands corporate finance, balance sheet, P&L, valuations, all of that. Yeah. Whereas As CFP, the idea is not to teach you accounting. The CFP curriculum, for that matter, does not include even the basics of accounting. What CFP curriculum teaches you is the whole of personal finance, investments, financial planning, wealth management. That's the area of focus. So it will start from very basics, assets, liabilities, net worth, cash flow, budgeting, etc., etc. We'll go on to teach you all about the investment products in the country, the entire financial markets, the financial products, how does it function, how to build portfolios, how to measure portfolio risk, how to evaluate portfolios, how to compare portfolios, etc., etc. Yeah, so a lot of focus is there on the personal finance. So that's the core difference. So let's look at the curriculum a bit in detail. So CA curriculum, I don't need to read out the subjects. I will just tell you the focus. Look at it. Look at the places where I underline. Accounting, law, economics, accounting, corporate law, accounting, taxation, accounting, audit, financial management and economics, financial reporting, financial management, audit, law, cost management, again the electives of taxation, etc., tax, and then again tax. Now you yourself see where the focus is. The focus of the program is on accounting, audit, law, taxation, and a bit on financial management. Okay, that's where the focus is. So you as a chartered accountant, what you go on to learn, go on to specialize in accounting, audit, taxation, corporate finance, financial management, those areas. This is what I emphasized when I was introducing it. Now let's look at where as a CFP the program focuses. The subjects that you study is, first is personal financial management. You study personal finance, nothing of corporate finance. So when I say personal finance, I essentially mean my income, my expenses, my assets, my liabilities, my cash flows, my financial goals, my investments, etc. So anything related to a person, his life, is what personal finance is. So personal finance. You study investment planning and asset management, right? So investment planning and asset management is something which as a subject includes every single product, investment product, which is there in the country. And when I say every single, it starts right from equities, derivatives, commodities, currency, alternate assets, REITs, bonds, mutual funds, every single investment product. Only one product is not covered in CFP curriculum, that is crypto. That also because it's not a legal tender as of now, but yes, every single investment product is something which is taught to you in the CFP curriculum. Now, you being a financial planner, you being a financial advisor to somebody, you being a wealth manager or a portfolio manager to somebody, this is what people you are going to do. As a financial advisor, you are not supposed to prepare the books of accounts. That is supposed to be prepared by a chartered accountant. So if you are willing to prepare a books of account, bank reconciliation, balance sheet, etc., then CA is the program to look at. But if you are somebody who is willing to be a wealth manager, willing to be a financial advisor, willing to be an independent financial advisor, willing to, or you are already in these practices, then this is what it does for you. It teaches you A to Z of investment planning, all about Indian financial markets and the global financial markets as well. Now, let's look at another very noteworthy difference is what CFP covers is investment laws, whereas what CA covers is business law and company law. Because as a CA, when you practice, you are practicing for the corporates. So you need to know more of business law and company law. Here, you will study a bit of business law, like you will have a brush on contract law, Negotiable Instrument Act, etc., etc. But primary focus would be on investment laws. Okay, RBI Act, SEBI Act, Money Laundering Act, etc., etc. So a lot of focus will be there on investment laws, because this is what you are supposed to be knowing as an investment advisor, as an investment expert, as an investment manager, right? Coming to level 2. So these three make level 1. Then you move to level 2. Level 2 has got the first subject is retirement planning. Now, I always say in everybody's life, so if we are 100 odd participants here, there is one common goal that will always be there in everybody's life is retirement. My financial goal may differ, your financial goals may differ. For example, one of the participants, let's say Kanhaiya here, Kanhaiya might aspire to have a villa in Miami sometime 30 years down the line. I may not. I may be happy, I may be contented by having a villa in Goa. Right? So that goal may differ. But one goal which will never differ is that even Kanhaiya will retire someday, even I will retire someday. So at one fine day in our life, we have to retire. That's the ultimate financial goal for everybody's life, for every single client, every single investor. So how to make a retirement plan which is absolutely foolproof, wherein pre-retirement and post-retirement, I balance my investments, I balance my living, right? So that is what you go on to study in retirement planning, creating financial plans pre and post-retirement. And then you have tax planning. Tax planning here again, see, CA also you have studied tax, but here it will be personal as well as corporate tax. Here it will be only an individual, personal taxation kind of, right? So income tax, you will study GST and other things as well, MAT, etc. But that will be very little. More of the focus would be on personal taxation, in income tax and the capital gains and investment taxation, etc. So this completes level 2, and then you move to level 3. Level 3 is where you study risk management and insurance is the first. So assessing the personal risks. Now risk is not only about just insurance. Risk is about first measuring what kind of financial risk, what kind of non-financial risk I carry as a person. So this is what you go on to study here as well, the entire risk management concept, evaluation of risk, measurement of risk, right? And then trying to balance that, manage that, mitigate that risk by way of insurance planning. And the last one is estate planning. Estate planning is like passing on my wealth to the next generation. So I have acquired wealth. I have lived on till my retirement. I have studied retirement planning. So I have lived till my retirement. Now, how do I pass on my wealth to the next generation? That's what I studied in estate planning, which is also succession planning, passing on the wealth to the next generation. So that completes level 3, and then you move on to level 4. Level 4 is where you have a bit of conceptual papers. So like in CA, you have some conceptual papers, like you have this commercial knowledge, you have this strategic management, right? These are some conceptual papers that you study. Similarly, here in CFP, you have some conceptual papers, but here the conceptual papers are only focused on financial planning, financial advisory, wealth management. Okay, so here these conceptual papers are, the first one is financial planning principles, second is engaging clients, and third one is developing effective financial plans. These are 3 small papers, but level 4 is not about these papers. Like level 1, 2, 3 were more about those papers, the modules that you study. Level 4 in CFP is not about these papers at all. Level 4, these papers are just one small part of the curriculum that you study. Here the focus is about a financial plan, real life case study project that you do. Real life case study project. So you will get a case study project saying, okay, Rajesh Kumar Singh is 42-year-old person living in this city, earning this much, so many assets, so many liabilities. My entire life history will be written in over 2-3 pages. And then the goals that I have in my life over the next 10 years or 20 years. Now you will have to prepare a comprehensive financial plan over 60-70 pages kind of. So it's a kind of a thesis that you write. You will have to prepare a thesis of a case study project that you will have to do. How do I go and achieve my goals? Comprehensive financial plan is what you are supposed to prepare, submit it to the board. Once the board approves, you take the final exam. Okay, so here the most interesting part is this project, and the project here, guys, let me tell you here, is not a Google cut copy paste project like you do in MBA. It's a real life case study project, as I mentioned. So how do you go and Google and search out a real life case study? You never have. So it's a very unique experience, the best learning experience for the CFP program. And then you have a professional ethics attestation, which is the add-on here. You study certain professional ethics, right? Ethics that you are supposed to be following the financial industry. That again is a part of your curriculum here. So that completes your entire CFP for level 4. So that's what the structure is. That's what the curriculum structure is for CFP. Now, let me again emphasize, I'm not trying to do a comparison. What I tried doing here is looking at CFP from the lens of CA. that, okay, here is what you study in CA, here is what you study in CFP. So as a finance professional, as somebody who is in the banking and financial industry, as somebody who is an IFA, as somebody who's an MFD, as somebody who wants to build a career in CFP, in financial planning or wealth management, or banking and financial services industry, probably CFP is something which is straight hitting your kind of career objectives. Yeah. Let's look at the exams very quickly. 20 marks, 20 exams, 100 marks each. 4 exams, 1 at each level, as I mentioned earlier as well. MCQs only in the foundation. MCQs only in foundation. And inter and final are purely subjective. Here you have all MCQs, but in the final you have a real life project to do, as I mentioned. So project comes first and then you take the exam. Negative marking when it comes to CA exam, for the MCQs part, there is a negative marking, which is 1/4. 1/4 negative marking happens for MCQs. In CFP, there is no negative marking, though the entire exams are MCQs, but no negative marking at all. This I have already explained, the examination module, how many papers, how many exams. So that's the exam format. Average time taken to complete CA. This is an average that I estimate is around 5 to 6 years. People may not be always fortunate. I call myself lucky, fortunate to have passed all papers first attempt. But that's what I'm saying. I call myself lucky and fortunate to do so. But the average time taken is generally around 5 to 6 years or more than that. The people also spend 8, 9 years, 10 years. So average time taken is that much. That's why it's very time-taking, demanding program. It's something which you can commit probably when you are in your early graduation days, when you are as a student, you feel that, okay, here is what I can do. I can be staying committed to one program. Whereas CFP is something which can be done even by a working professional, because the time that you need to spend is roughly around 1 hour a day or 1.5 hours a day to study. And even with that time, you are able to complete it in roughly around 8 to 10 months, 8 to 10 months, not years. Okay, so 8 to 10 months on an average, you are able to complete by spending 2 hours a day. So that's why it is ideal for professionals, ideal for existing financial planners, MFDs, IFAs, as well as ideal for MBA graduate students, undergrad students who are looking for an alternative of CA, which is not as rigorous as CA, as not as demanding as CA, and which can give them a quick career. That's one. A certification, a license, a designation, which is as prestigious as being called a CA. Yeah, so that's what the alternate that you have with CFP. Coming to program fees, as I mentioned, CA is an Indian program. So CA was an Indian program. So the fees here is going to be in rupees. CFP is an international program. You remember I mentioned it's an international board. So the fee here is going to be in dollars. Yeah. Let's look at these fees quickly. Now, whatever fees you are seeing here is all in rupees. These fees might change a bit because at some point of time, the fees keep changing. So in foundation, the way it happens in CA is you have to register for each level. So in foundation, you register once, you pay 9,000 rupees, you buy a prospectus, you subscribe to a journal, though journal subscription is optional, but you subscribe to a journal, and then you pay examination fees. Now, examination fees I have written into X is the number of attempts. I don't know how many attempts somebody takes. As I mentioned, people even attempt 8, 10 times. I don't know. So the number of times that you attempt your examination fees is multiplied with that. Similarly, in inter, you again have to register. So registration is at each level that you have to register. And then you pay a student activities fees, which ICI charges you, and then you register for article assistant, and then examination fees 2,700. Similarly, for CA final, where you pay registration fee 22,000 and then exam fee. Sum up all of these guys, and with a multiplier of examination fees, the fee will reach to somewhere around 80,000-90,000 rupees. Okay, approximately 90,000 rupees with even 2-3 attempts. I'm not saying 10 attempts. If you make it 10 attempts, the fee will go out of the roof. Yeah, but even with normal 2-3 attempts, sum it up, it will reach to somewhere around 80,000-90,000 rupees. That's in Indian rupees, I'm saying. Let's look at CFP. The fees here are in dollars, so $195, not in rupee. Okay, $195 is what is the registration fee. But the beauty here is it is one-time registration, meaning to say you register once, it is valid for all 4 levels. You will not need to register for each level one by one. Register once with the board, and that registration is valid all across the program. Level 1, 2, and 3. For level 1, 2, and 3, each of these levels you will pay a content fee. Now, FPSB board here, the Financial Planning Standards Board, which is the certifying body for CFP program, gives you some online content. You remember in CA also, CA Institute, ICAI gives you some content, but that content is given to you for free. Here, you get that content for which FPSB board charges you, which is $70 each for level 1, 2, and 3. This is paid level by level, not in one go. That's why I have written each. So when you go for level 1, you pay only 70. When you move to level 2, you pay 70 likewise. And then similarly, examination fee 72 each. So when you take level 1 exam, 72. When you take level 2 exam, 72 likewise each exam. Okay. Moving on, the level 4 fee is slightly different. It is exactly double of the fee that you have paid for level 1, 2, and 3 each. So level 4 fee, you pay for content $140, and for examination, you pay $144. Then you have certain certification fee here, which is for, I mentioned you that it's a 4-in-1 certification, right? And this 4-in-1 certification is for each of the level 1, 2, and 3. For this level 1, 2, and 3, when you complete, you get a specialist certification by FPSB USA board. And then you complete CFP final, you get your CFP final certification. So when you complete level 1, 2, and 3, and you claim your certification from FPSB USA board, for that you pay $105. But this is again one fee for all 3 certification, not $105 each. So $105 for all 3. This is for 3 specialist certification from your USA board. Okay, and then you pay project fee. You remember I told you that you will have to do a real life project, a case study, etc. For that you pay $77. And then after you qualify your complete CFP program, you get your CFP certificate, your CFP license. For that you pay $120. You sum it up, it will come to $1,080, $85, $87 approximately, which is again around 80,000 rupees, 90,000 rupees. So the program fee, if you compare the board fees I'm talking about, is approximately the same for both. It's not tilted any side. It's approximately the same. Okay. So if you feel, I mean, many of the people feel that it's an international board, so it will be very costly. International certification will be very costly. No, it's not that. It's at par with your Indian certification program. At par. Yeah. Moving ahead. So other than the board fees, you have to put certain money on studies as well. You will be buying study materials. You will be going for CA coaching. Normally is what you need. You need 2-3 coachings as well. I don't know how many coachings people do, but you take study materials. You go and do CA coaching as well. And this is where you primarily pay more than your board fees. Let's look at it. And this is a fact. I know many of the CA students are here. They can tell you. There would be thousands of coaching institutes mushrooming in each of the cities. As far as I know, I'm from Delhi. As far as I know, in Delhi, there are pockets, there are localities wherein you have CA institute running in every other building. Yeah. So there are thousands of coaching institutes available. It is difficult for you to verify the credibility. Anybody, I'm a chartered accountant, I can open a training institute by saying that, okay, I'm a chartered accountant, I'm teaching. Even if I am an MCom. Now look at this. I'm an MCom. I couldn't do my CA whole my life, but I can teach for CA. That's the kind of format which is followed here. Now, the kind of fees that you pay for doing your CA studies is somewhere between 2 to 5 lakhs, 3 to 5 lakhs. That's the kind of fees that you pay. Yeah, 20 papers, because remember you are studying 20 papers. The average fees is around 15 to 30,000 rupees per paper. They charge you per paper basis. Now, comparing it, thousands of coaching institutes which are like mushrooms, not licensed. Here in CFP, you have only 15 education providers which have been approved by the USA board. Again, not drawing a comparison, just saying the policy methods. It is an USA board. They have kept it very clear that only those education providers who meet the criteria will be licensed by us, monitored by us, tracked by us, that what they are teaching, how many hours they are teaching, who are the faculty members. So every single thing is validated, vetted by the board, and then we are teaching you. Average fee you spend on doing a CA program is 2 to 4 lakhs on CA studies. I'm saying average. You can even spend 6 lakhs or 7 lakhs, or can even spend 1.5 lakhs. So that's fine. Average fee on CFP study is somewhere around 30 to 60,000 only, depending on what mode you go for study. 30 to 60,000 only. So it's a very affordable program. It's not something which is very costly. You combine your this 4 lakh rupees with your 1 lakh of program fee that you have paid to the ICAI board. It will become to 5 lakh rupees approximate. Okay, 5 lakhs is what you have to incur. You have to plan. Your parents have to plan. Now here, your board fee was 80-90,000 rupees, and 30 to 60,000 rupees is this, which means approximately 1.25 to 1.5 lakhs. That's all. 1.25 lakhs is what you have to think of. 1.25 lakhs. That's why I said it's a program which is ideal for any category, any profession that you are coming from, primarily because it's less costly, it's less time taking, it's less demanding, yet it brings you a designation, it brings you an international certification, not 1 but 4 international certifications. It brings you a mark of credibility. So by the time your question can be now, okay, so we understand that why CFP can be a good alternate if we are finding CA as a difficult thing to do, if we are willing to build a career in the BFSI domain, if we are MFDs or IFAs or MBA finance students, or if we are CA aspirants but struggling with CA, yes, CFP is definitely the best option available today. So what is the learning outcome? If I do CFP, what ultimately I become, or what skills that I acquire? I have listed down the subjects that you have studied. Based on those subjects, these are the skills that you acquire. You become an expert in personal finance, wealth management space. You learn investment planning, tax planning, estate planning. You learn investment laws, income tax laws, succession laws. You learn very well the financial calculators, MS Excel, time value of money. Now, I know I have some CS students here as well. Trust me, guys, much of the kind of focus that is given on time value of money in CFP curriculum is way more than the focus that is given in the CA curriculum. Yeah, so time value of money carries a lot of focus here. You learn that in much depth. The core concepts of personal finance, you learn behavioral finance, you learn how to manage clients, you learn to prepare portfolios, build portfolios, analyze portfolios, all of that. That's what, as a financial planner, as an investment manager, and as an investment expert, you are supposed to be doing. You are not supposed to be knowing balance sheet, corporate accounting. If you know, that's better, but you are not supposed to be doing that. You are supposed to advise your clients on investments, on portfolios. That is what CFP program kind of covers and focuses on. And in terms of career, what it does for you is it makes you absolutely ready for BFSI, the whole of BFSI, banking and financial services industry, the wealth management industry, the stockbroking industry, the mutual fund companies, the portfolio management companies, insurance companies. You can go and do your own IFA, independent financial advisor. You can set up your own firm. You can set up your own fintech startups. It gives you a mark of credibility. Adding that CFP with your name, it gives you a mark of credibility. You can become a trainer, coach, and you can go for unconventional careers like financial blogging, a lot of other things. Yeah. So it is an immense respect that gets added to your profession, your business. I also know, not only that I am saying because I have this, but I also know multiple such chartered accountants who have gone on to add on CFP with them even after doing CA. Because having been a CA, you realize that, okay, in the whole of CA program, you do not study a lot of personal finance products. For example, CA doesn't teach you insurance. CA doesn't teach you risk management. Now, how do you learn? Your clients will always like to help you to do their risk management. How do you learn that? So this is something which the CFP goes and fills the gap. So that's where I also see a lot of chartered accountant friends coming and doing CFP as well. Coming to ICOFP, why you should come to study for CFP with us. So we are International College of Financial Planning, ICOFP, International College of Financial Planning. And International College of Financial Planning, we are a part of Bajaj Capital Group. Bajaj Capital, I don't think, my friends, needs an introduction. We have been in the business for 59 years. My parent company, Bajaj Capital, is one of India's most respected financial services companies for 59 years. So by saying 59 years, we are far older than many other banks in the country today. So we are that big, that old. The CFP program, as a matter of fact, was brought to India by us way back in year 2002. And since then, we have been India's first and the largest CFP education provider. That's the kind of command that we bring on the CFP program. When it comes to the faculties who teach you, the faculties who will be teaching you will be all CFPs. That's one thing. They will be all CFPs. Not even a single person who is not a CFP. Every single person would be a CFP. Add-on will be, they would be CFPs, chartered accountant, PhDs. I am Ahmedabad alumni, I am Bangalore alumni. Those kind of faculties would be teaching you. Ex-Goldman Sachs, ex-KPMG, those professionals would come and teach you live in the class. Practicing CFPs would be your mentors, coaches. One distinction that I like to mention here is the CFP training, the CFP teaching here at our college at ICFP is headed by a lady, Madhu Sinha, who is the former director of FPSB India board. Now imagine director of FPSB board herself coming and teaching you. Yeah, so that's the kind of stellar faculty background that we have. We also have the highest passing percentage record, where while the industry passing percentage is somewhere around 56, 57%, our passing rate is way above. We are around 83, 84%. So much above the industry, very consistent, pretty consistent over the last 20 years, 19, 20 years. That's what our track record is. And if you look at India's most notable names in the financial planning, financial advisory space, they all, when I say all, I essentially mean all, not even one guy would be left. They would be all our alumni. I can give you the names, people like Gaurav Machruwala, Dilshad Bilimoria, Suresh Sadagopan, Lovai Navlakhi, Shilpi Johari, Anand Lada, Dr. Mukesh Jindal. These guys happen to be our alumni. They have studied for CFP program with us. So that's the kind of background lineage that we carry. So when you come to study with us, this is what we have as the most comprehensive study material offering to you. We will give you books. I mentioned that FPSB board will give you certain e-books. The content that they will give you will be e-books. You cannot download, save, print, or bookmark. You have to just read it online. Whereas our books will be printed hard copy books. So he'll give you books, we'll give you workbooks to practice the questions, practice the numericals, practice the theory questions, practice the objectives. All sort of work questions will be there in the workbooks. We'll make you do a lot of group projects in the class. Every single class that we do, classes will be recorded and the recording will be shared with you so that before the next class, you can preview the previous class, and after the class, you can revise the video as many times as you want. You can view it 50,000 times, revise the concepts as many times as you want. That's the idea. We will give you mock test, online mock tests, very similar to what the CFP exam is. You have mock tests built in our own system, so you can go and do that, take practice. If your faculties will give you class assignments to do so that you are prepared better. If before every exam, so like CA exams happen twice a year, here the exams happen every single month. Every single month you have the exam, you can go and book your exam for the level that you are in. Now, before every exam, there would be exclusive doubt clearing sessions done by the faculties. Faculties will come and teach you live and brush up, give you a final brush up for your exam. You will do a lot of case studies, practice, and guest lectures by these most notable names that I said, our alumni, the industry experts, coming and teaching you live in the class. That's what the most comprehensive study material that we bring to you for CFP. What are the study options? How you can study with us? So three ways that are open to you. One is the physical classroom. Physical classroom is coming to our campus and studying live. That's the first option. But this option is available only in Delhi and Mumbai, but Mumbai is closed for the moment. In fact, For 2.5 years since the onset of COVID, we have suspended physical classrooms both at Delhi and Mumbai. But we are going to resume in Delhi from next month. But Mumbai will take a bit more time, maybe 2 more months, and then we'll be resuming Mumbai. So for now, Delhi is live. Delhi is where you can have physical classroom, physical classes as well. Okay. The physical classes will happen only on weekend, only on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday for 2 hours, Sunday for 4 hours. So Sunday there will be 2 classes, 2 hours, break for half an hour, then 2 hours more. Because it's a physical class, so you are coming all the way maybe from Noida or Gurgaon or from other parts of the city. So we want to utilize maximum time that you have on Saturday and Sunday. So it will get structured like that. So that's the physical classroom, guys. But let me tell you, if you are okay studying online, then online is much better than physical for you. Why? Because in online, every single class is being recorded. So even if you miss a class, you have the recording for you to refer. Yeah. So it's a live class, a class like this. The only difference is here, it's a webinar. So all of you are on mute. That will be a live class. So nobody will be on mute. You will be talking live. The faculty will be interacting, teaching you using the whiteboard, the PPTs, the content, and all of this stuff. Here you have 2 options. Here you have 2 options in the virtual class. You can go for weekdays, which means Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, every day, 7:30 to 9:30, 7 to 9 or 7:30 to 9:30. Those are the options. So we will be teaching you every day, Monday to Friday. That's the weekday option. Then you have a weekend option, which means Saturday and Sunday. Saturday 2 hours, Sunday 2 hours. So that's the virtual class. Virtual is live online streaming class. This is one. And as I mentioned, all the classes are recorded. The recordings are shared with you. Then we have the third one. Third one is a pre-recorded e-learning. Pre-recorded, more like the Netflix. The video, the same faculty, same content, same PPT, same textbook. But the classes have been pre-recorded in a studio environment. Without any audience being live, and it will be given to you. It's primarily made for people who bring in relevant background. So let's say, for example, I mentioned a chartered accountant coming to do CFP. Now he understands finance pretty well. It's just that he needs to kind of study a bit of personal finance more, study a bit of investment planning more. So he can do it quickly if I give him the study material rather than making him run through the class wise. Because in classes, the faculty will go as per the speed of the class, not as per the speed of one individual student who may be exceptionally well qualified. So that's one of the reasons we have pre-recorded classes as well, where it is like study at your own pace. You decide at what pace you want to study. So all 3 options are there. Physical classroom at Delhi live, virtual classes anywhere in the country, or we have students even from Middle East and Australia studying with us. So anywhere virtually in the world, you can join us for the live class, and pre-recorded, as I mentioned, is again available anywhere. So these are the study fees. I have talked about the board fees. This is the study fee that you pay to us. Mind you, these are all in rupees, Indian rupees. These are not board fees. The board fee for CFP is something that you pay to FPSP board directly. Okay, so that goes in USD. This is the study fee that you pay to us, pay to ICFP for teaching you the CFP program, for giving you the content, the books, the workbooks, the PPTs, the training material, the quizzes, the mock tests, the guest lectures, the assignments, the case studies, all of that. Okay. So you can go paper by paper as you do in your CA. You can go paper by paper. That's one of the options. Or you can go for the whole program in one go, combined as well. If you go for combined, you pay some, you get some kind of a 30%, approximately 30% discount on your fee. So that's what the benefit is if you go for the combo, the whole program in one go. And because anyways, the program takes around 8-9 months, as I said, maximum for you to complete. So going for the combo is a better option. So CL is there is the classroom, as I mentioned, Delhi. Virtual is the live class, which you can do from anywhere. E-learning is the pre-recorded one, which I mentioned just now. So 3 options are there. You can go for subject-wise, or you can go for totality, the 4-in-1 combo. So if you go for subject-wise, for classroom, you pay 18,000 rupees per level. For virtual, you pay 15,000 rupees per level. For e-learning, you pay 11,000 rupees per level. Whereas if you go for combo, for the classroom, in place of 72,000, you pay 49,900. In case of virtual, you pay 39,900. In case of e-learning, you pay 29,900. You have the option of student loan, which is 0% student loan, no interest charge, 10% as a down payment. So 10% of this is the down payment, balance in easy EMIs, 6 EMIs, 10% down payment, balance in easy EMIs, 10% down payment, balance in easy EMIs. So you have student loan arrangements as well, exclusive student loan arrangements, no interest charged. Or you can go in part payment. You are saying, no, I will not take a student loan. I'll pay it in parts on my own. Fair enough. We can do that too. The model here is you pay certain, but the fee is slightly higher as compared to the combo fee. So you pay 52,500 here, which is paid in 3 parts like this. You pay 42,500, which is paid like this, which you pay 32,500 in case of e-learning, which is paid like this. So 3 parts. One is to book your admission now, and then 2 parts, the balance amount in 2 parts. That's the study fee model. So this is what you pay for the whole of CFP. It includes all the content, books, workbook, videos, content, assignments, guest lectures, projects, everything included. Yeah. I'll come to you, Mr. Ashraf. I'll come to you. I truly appreciate, friends, you joined us this lovely morning and you gave me your 1 hour. You have been wonderful audience. I have a very special offer for you today. But remember, this offer is only for today. So if you are committed to building a career in financial planning world, if you are committed to be a professional, if you are committed to have a prestigious CFP designation with your name, if you want to see that transformation happening, want to see that change happening, you have to take the decision now. And when I say now, you have to decide today. If you don't decide it today, this offer is not there going to be with you tomorrow. And the offer is, 1, you save 50% on FPSB content fee. Now, what is a content fee? Let me remind you. You remember I mentioned $70 each you pay for level 1 to 3, right? So $70 into 3 is what you pay, which means $210 is what you pay for your level 1 to 3 content to the board. Okay. And then you remember I mentioned $140 as the fee for your level 4 content. Now 210 and 140 is what? $350. Yeah. So this is $350 which you pay to the board, to FPSB board. But if you take admission today with us, what we will do is we will give you a discount coupon which you will apply at FPSB when you go and subscribe to that content. And there you will get a 50% waiver. So 50% waiver on this total 350 is what? $175, which means approximately 14,000 rupees today. So 14 to 15,000 rupees you save if you enroll now. Okay, that's one thing. Second, you have student loan arrangements available. As I said, 0 interest, absolutely 0 interest, not even a single rupee of interest charged to you. That's the option available. And you pay in 10 interest-free easy EMI, sorry, 6 easy EMIs, 6 easy EMI. All you have to do is pay 10% of the fee now, book your seat, balance in easy EMIs. So it's all the more affordable, and at the same time, you are saving approximately 15,000 for you. The fee that I mentioned remains this much, as I have already stated. 49,900 if you are going for classroom, 39,900 if you're going for virtual, 29,900 if you're going for e-learning, 4-in-1 or student loan. Or if you're going for part payment, this is the part payment mode. So that's all I had to say. That's all I had to bring to you. If you want to enroll, call us now on this number. Call us now. And when I say now, start calling in as soon as possible. My team, Krishan and his entire team are there. Krishan is the program lead for CFP with us. So he and his entire team is going to be there. They will help you, guide you to enroll. They will tell you how to enroll, where is the payment gateway, how do you go and click on it, how do you go and, so it's a very easy 1-minute process. You will have to just fill in your name, number, email, etc. I could have given the link here, but I am still giving you the phone number so that you call us and our team can guide you. Kanhaiya, if you can write this number in the chat, that will be even more helpful. So you can call us in this number. My team is there to help you enroll. And I would love to see all of you in the next CFP batch. I would love to help you transform yourself into CFP, becoming a certified financial professional. Okay, so lot of questions in the chat. Let me try taking them. Kanaya, we have some time to take the questions, right?
Yes, sir. By the time you can take the question.
Okay.
And I have seen one raised hand also.
Okay.
Icon.
I'll come to him. I'll come to him, but let me take the questions first because there are not many chats written. And you also take a kind of history of these chats. Kanaya, save the history so that we can come back to these students if any chat is left. Okay. So some of you said, can you elaborate challenge pathway? So challenge pathway was there earlier. It does not exist anymore. Challenge pathway was something which, as an experienced person or somebody who's coming from a relevant academic background like a chartered accountant, had the exemption for the first examinations and was supposed to appear only at the final exam. But that is no more available there. It's only one pathway, which is, as I mentioned, which is applicable to all. Right? So irrespective of your experience, career background, academic background, you have to take all the papers. Cfp versus Cfa difference. Rakesh, Cfa Chartered Financial Analyst as a program focuses on corporate finance, financial analysis, financial research, nothing of financial planning or wealth management piece. You look at the subjects like, for example, I'm just giving an example, quick example. In Cfa, you do not study about personal taxation. You do not study about risk management, insurance, right? You do not study these areas which are, as a client, when you go as an advisor or as a wealth professional, when you go and advise clients, probably these are some of the things which your clients ask you first, right? Because the CFA program is designed to make you a financial analyst, not to make you a portfolio expert, a wealth manager, or an investment advisor. So that's the core difference. Kanak, I'm in 12th and thinking to pursue my career in finance. Wonderful, Kanak. I have, you can go and check it on Google as well. I have my students who are in standard 12th and they have passed 2 levels of CFP exam already. They are taking level 3 exams next month. Yeah, so it's not difficult. You are absolutely at the right time. If you are, the moment you qualify your CFP, your 12th, you can start studying. You can enroll with the board. Study, you can start even now. Nobody is stopping you. Even in standard 10th, you can start study. Study, you can start at any point of time. Can we get recording? I don't know. My team will help you. Kanaya will answer that later. So iPhone, no. I said I am not comparing. I mentioned it repeatedly that I was trying to give you a CFP view from the lens of CA, because CA is well known, people understand it. So if I give you that analogy, it becomes easier for you to understand, right? Being, as I mentioned, having both these designations, both these certifications with me, I love both of them. I have immense amount of respect for both of them. I never do comparisons for them. Rajesh Kamath, we are interested in CFP. We appreciate Rajesh. You can always call us on this number. My team will help you. What is the minimum percentage required for graduates enroll? So, see, what is the minimum qualification required is 12th, no catch on percentage or stream. Now, whether you are MBA or graduate or whatever, that there is no catch on stream at all. So if you are 12th pass, you can enroll. When you get your CFP certification, your CFP license, at that point of time, you need to be a graduate and have 3 years of experience. If you do not have 3 years of experience, you will have to undergo 1 year of supervised articleship, supervised training under a CFP. Okay, it's more like CA. In CA, you do articleship. Similarly, in CFP also, you have to do articleship if you do not have experience. If you have experience, you do not need articleship. Rakesh, I don't think Rakesh, from where you are, I don't know where you are bringing all this information. If 5 years of service, then only CFP certificate is valid in India. There is nothing like that. No experience certificate is required. Your CFP, if you do CFP, even 1 year of articles, if you do, you get your CFP certification, right? Validity of CFP certification. So Tarun, like CA, again, no comparison, just giving you an analogy. Like CA, it's a membership program. So every year you have to renew your membership. In CA also, every year you renew your membership. Similarly here also, every year you renew your membership. But you need not appear at the exam every year. So exam you pass only once. Every year you just pay your membership fee and you renew your certification. Nikhilesh Agrawal, MF Distributor, Insurance Advisor, the best program for you, sir. You know how clients look at you. The clients look at you as an agent today. Bring that transformation. Let the client look at you as somebody who is a finance expert, somebody who has a mark of credibility, right? So how can I have already explained how can you complete Nikhilesh ji. You can call us on this number. My team will help you. Tax of India or USA, Nilesh. So very interestingly, Nilesh, in the CFP curriculum, you will study the global taxation first. You will study some global content. Besides, larger part of the focus will be on Indian taxation system, but you will study the global taxation framework as well. No, I didn't say MCQs in CA final. You didn't study it properly. I think iPhone, you were in a hurry to find out the points which and comment here. I said MCQs in the first two papers in the CA foundation. Please go and check. Extremely difficult to complete in 8 to 10 months. Janam, 8 to 10 months is the average time taken. It may vary. There are people who have completed in 4 months as well, and there are people who have taken more than a year as well. So 8 to 10 months is a pretty enough time, decent time, not too short. Why fee in dollars? FPSB USA is an international body, USA body. CFA fees, the board fee you pay in dollars because CFA is an international body, USA based body. Challenge pathway. Not true. It's more than 1 lakh. I don't know how you are comparing. $1,087 is what the fee is. On that, $175 is a discount. If you enroll today, then what is the fee? It will be $912 odd dollars. That multiplied by 80 is what, some 80,000 rupees plus your course fee. You add it to. That's all. That's what I mentioned. 1.25 lakhs I mentioned there. Right? Can we practice outside India with CFP? Yeah, as I mentioned, Anand, CFP is an international certification, and you can go and search these names that I'm telling you. Sonia Ambani, Milind Komaria, they have been our faculties, and Sonia has shifted to Australia, Milind has shifted to Canada. They are practicing there. Yeah, so CFP is an international license. That's the beauty. You go and practice in other countries as well. Challenge status I've already explained. Omkar, registration fee 195 is one time, which is valid for 1 year for all 4 levels. But after the completion of those many 12 months, you need not renew it, because even if you pass one level, then the validity is extended by passing of that level. Yeah. So it will be virtually approximately 1.5 years that the time that you get as the validity. Do we have part-time modules for working professionals? So I explained you, Vartan. I told you it's an online class wherein you have weekend, weekdays, both option. So weekend is for working professionals. So you have Saturday, Sunday classes, or you have e-learning, which is pre-recorded, where you study on your own pace. So these are designed for working professionals only. Thank you so much, Atul. Thank you for the word of appreciation. What is the difference between CL and VL? So CL is classroom, physical classes. As I mentioned, Mumbai class is not operational now, as of now, but Delhi we have gone operational this month. So physical classroom, you coming and teaching and studying in my class, wherein physically my faculty will be teaching you. That's CL. VL is virtual. Virtual is an online live class like this. Online live class. Tejas, I don't know, recording of the video that Kanaya will tell. Please, so FPSB cost structure page. I've already explained, Subham, FPSB structure page. And then if Kanaya shares you the recording, you can see that for the paucity of the time, I'm skipping this. Ankit Agarwal, what about offers on ICFP course fee earlier? So Ankit, offer was there that day. If you have skipped, There is not even ₹1 discount for you today. Yeah. So the offer is very clear. The offer that was there was limited for that day. If you skip this today, $175 discount today, trust me, next time you will not even get back. Yeah. So that's very clear. I've already taken membership. Any offer for me? Which membership, Prasanna? I don't know. You can call us on this number. My team will help you. Ankit, I don't know. You are repeatedly writing this question. It's like there was an offer on Amazon. You missed it, and then you are telling Amazon, "I have seen this offer. What's the offer? Will you give it to me the next day?" If you can get the next day on Amazon by requesting them, I can give you that. Please help me get that deal on Amazon, an offer which I missed 5 days ago. Yeah. CFP versus CWM. So say that CWM is Started Wealth Manager, which is a program which is content-wise approximately 40% of CFP, not as comprehensive as CFP, but the content focuses primarily on the wealth products. It's not the whole of financial planning. It's not more of investment law and etc. that you study. It's not that comprehensive, but it's a miniature version of CFP. Just 2 exams, easier than CFP, less content, but less skill set, lesser knowledge. Can you tell about the project again? Ankita, I explained about the projects. It's a real life case study project. The financial life of a person drawn on 2-3 pages, and then you will have to prepare a plan, a comprehensive financial plan, which will be in some 50, 60, 70 pages to help him achieve his financial goals. Yeah, Vineet, in e-learning, we provide you doubt clearing sessions as well. What about, okay. Shreyas, I've explained you the career options, the entire BFSI world, the IFAs world, the fintech, the financial advisory world, the insurance companies, the AMCs, the asset management companies, the PMS companies, all of those career opportunities are there before you. The entire BFSI world is open. And let me emphasize here, not even if you complete the whole program, if you just pass CFP level 1, only after passing CFP level 1, my parent company, Bajaj Capital, starts hiring you. So that's the kind of intensive learning that you have in the program, that you have the industry ready to hire you, even if you complete just level 1. Yeah, Ankita, the project is submitted to the board and the board only evaluates it. After the approval, then you kind of proceed with it. So Pranjal, if you do not have knowledge about Excel, don't worry, because the classes, when it happened, we teach you the financial computations on Excel as well as on financial calculators, and we help you learn this. Where will be the exam taken? The exam center. Okay, so Ganesh, the examination in CFP, that's the beauty. The choice is you can take the exams online. It's an online examination. If you want, you can take offline as well. Offline exams happen at NSE centers in selected cities. But the best part is you can take the exam online wherever you are, right at your home. You can take the exam online. Renewal fee as of now is $120. I don't know. It keeps changing. Earlier it was $110, so it keeps changing. Kanaya, so I think I've answered every single question in the chat. There is one raised hand, Kanaya, if you can allow him to unmute. That's the only case.
Yes, Sagunji, you can unmute yourself. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, Sagunji.
Yes. Sir, could you please showcase that third slide once more to me?
I am not able to hear you. I'm sorry.
Could you please showcase me the third slide once, because I completely missed it.
Sagun, I am not able to hear you at all. Kanaya, can you move to the next for the time being? Kapil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have put my question in chat box. I think you missed it. I am into my family business and working as an IFA from last 1 year. And I read it somewhere on the internet that we need 3 year work experience in finance industry or 1 year under any CFP for getting the final certificate.
Yeah.
Can you please clarify on this?
So I already mentioned that, Kapil, that when you complete your CFP, to get your CFP certificate, you need to have you need to be a graduate. Irrespective of the stream,
Yeah.
irrespective of the marks, you need to be a graduate. That's one.
Yeah.
So let's say a 12th pass guy, if he completes CFP, what will happen? He will not get his CFP certificate right now, but the year he completes his graduation, he will get that. So that's one. Second is experience. You need to have 3 years of experience in the BFSI domain. If you do not have experience, then you will have to undergo 1 year of supervised articleship under a practicing CFP. I mentioned that already.
Yeah, but in my case, I am already a graduate.
Right.
I cannot leave my family business.
No, then why will you leave your
and
business?
work on.
Why will you
So
leave
how
your
do I?
business?
So how do I get my
Your
certificate?
articleship can be done online. How it happens is the faculties, the coaches who come and teach you at ICFP, they are practicing CFPs. So we map you under them, and under them you do 1 year of articleship, wherein they give you exposure on preparing financial plans, handling clients, preparing portfolios, managing portfolios, etc. And you complete your articleship.
So that will be online.
Yeah.
I don't need to go anywhere and work under someone like that. Okay, thank you.
Kanaya, let's move to the next. Shreyash.
Yes, Suresh, please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Kanaya, last two questions, Shreyas and Sarvesh. I have another meeting at 12:30. So last two questions, Shreyas and Sarvesh. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. Good morning, sir. Shreyas side. Hello.
Yeah. Go on.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Actually, I want to ask you that I'm working in a brokerage company as an equity advisor, and I want to go in the research department as a financial advisor. So, is the CFP program is good for me or not?
See, if you want to be into equity research, financial research, right? CFA would be a program which will give you more insights on the research side. CFP will give you more insights on the planning side, not on the research side.
No, actually, my focus is work on the financial advisory.
Then go for CFP. See, if you are going for financial advisory, CFP is the right approach. If you are going on financial research, equity research, those areas, go for CFA.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you for this.
Yes, Sarvesh, please go ahead.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Hello.
Good. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I just want to know if I am doing not classroom, normal online recording classes, if I learn through it, will I able to do the problem solving through it and all, or it is better because Saturday weekend class sometimes it is difficult for me for even a Saturday. So if I took a recording classes things, it will I able to problem solvings anything? It will solve my this.
Okay. So, Sarvesh, your recording, as I mentioned, the e-learning thing, a pre-recorded class. The classes are done, the recordings have been done by the same faculty using the same content, same methodology. So there is no difference. That's one.
Okay.
The only thing is, if you have a doubt, how do you resolve it? So there are 3 ways that you can resolve the doubts. One is when you join, you will be made a part of a WhatsApp group of your all other e-learning students.
Okay.
So if you have a question, you can write in the WhatsApp group and all the faculty members will be there in the group. They will be answering you on your doubts. That's one.
Okay.
Second, there will be doubt clearing sessions before the exams, wherein every time you will be invited, whether you are taking the exam or not taking. So you can go and learn from others' doubts as well. That's the second part. Third, let's say there is a major doubt which you are unable to clarify in these groups and you want a personalized half-an-hour session. That also is available. The only thing is you will have to request the program manager who is assigned to you, and the program manager will take a day because he or she will need to see whether the faculty is available. The faculties have their own schedule and the classes. So that can also be arranged to you. A personalized half-an-hour doubt clearing session as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And last thing, sir, I will be grateful to you if you share that fee structure along with the special offer today, because I missed it little.
The fee structure and the
Yeah, along with the special offer.
so this was the offer. You get $175 discount, which is approximately 14,000 rupees of discount, and the fee structure is
Okay.
here.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
So that's all, friends. If I have skipped a couple of questions somehow, that's not intentional. That's because of the paucity of time, and I have to wrap it up. I have another meeting to catch up. But nevertheless, if any questions are left, you can always call us on this number. My team is there to help you and help you onboard, help you join the program, and also answer all your queries as well. So with that, Kanaya, signing off. Thank you so much.
Or if you want to connect with sir, call on this number and you can schedule a time. You can schedule a meeting with Rajesh sir. They'll help you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.